Okay guys, I'm just gonna jump right in and give y'all a very quick update on what's been happening. Not a lot, I've just been pottering around and fiddling with things like door handles and interior fittings and what have you. Waiting for the remaining head to soak so that I could get it off, and hey presto, second head off. Now generally there's a good reason why an engine won't turn, and this is the reason. So yeah, good news and bad. There's always, wherever there's good news, there's bad news. That's just part of life. And as you can see, the two bores down the end have got a lot of shit in them, and also the valves up top. So at some stage in the dim distant past, water's obviously poured down the carburetor through the ports and into the pistons or the bores, and that's it. So it's pretty ugly. Not the end of the world though. I've seen engines in far poorer condition and on YouTube, and the guys have still managed to get them going. So what I'm going to do today is get all of this crud out, give it a good clean, take what's left of that gasket off as well. I think it's copper, but I trashed that sadly when I tried to get the head off, because it is no mean feat. Love the sound of V8s. I think they are the most amazing engines. They're just so nostalgic. They really do take you back. But working on them, a whole different ball game. They're a fucking nightmare. But anywho, so that's that. So yeah, it's a pretty tragic looking scenario on this side, and yet the other side was pretty good. So I was kind of positive. But anyway, that's that. And then maybe just to top things off, I'm not sure whether I've shown you guys these, but these are the spare tyre carriers, which would sit pretty much sort of about there, and there'd be a huge piece of timber across the back which would be bolted, have U-bolts underneath it just to clamp them, secure them into place. And then these dudes here, they would hinge outwards, so you'd have one there and it would hinge down like that, and the idea was that you could effectively roll the tyres off the brackets themselves, but they're mega rare. And you just can't find them around. You just can't go into a super cheap auto and say, hey, I want a spare tyre carrier for a 1941 Marmon Herrington. But if you have a look at the ends of them, they've got this sort of pressed motif or sort of circles and stuff in it, which I think is pretty cool. Well folks, that's about it at the moment. There's a exhaust manifold that I trashed, but it had just so many holes in it, and it was so brittle that when I tried to pull it off, it just snapped. So there you have it guys, good news and bad. But yeah, today is the last day I've got. It's a public holiday, so I'm just going to crack on and give this a bloody good clean, and then we can assess things from there on in. Okay guys, thanks for watching, hope you enjoy all the updates, and look after yourselves. See you now.